Hi, Jamie from Aspire Fitness here, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about your shoulder health. Okay. Posture really does count in these things. The shoulder likes to do stressful actions when it's in this posture. Whether it's pulling something towards you or pushing something forward or above, it basically doesn't like being here when it's doing anything with load. So if you're doing a press up or something like this is a safe shape. The bump here, that's the problem. So we need the shoulder to be back and down. That requires strength from muscles across the back and inside the shoulder as well, but it also requires flexibility from muscles through your neck and through your chest. So how do we release those? I advise generally starting by stretching the neck first and the shoulder second. It tends to work out a little bit better. This first one, imagine if I've got that tight posture here and now I'm being pulled forward, but because the human brain says you must look at the horizon, I'll lift my head up. Now I've got a tight back of the neck. So we're going to start by drawing the chin in as much as possible to lengthen this space. Then imagine rolling your head over and down. So I'm going to grab my hands just behind the bump of my skull, dragging out this area here. You might even feel it trailing down your back as well. Just remember that your shoulders are dropped when you do this. And we'd hold that for about 20 seconds. Next stretch we want to go through is more on the side of the neck, okay? We're going to hold the shoulder down, remind it not to come up. Grab just above your ear and take your head to the side. Being mindful not to turn your chin up into the stretch. If anything, rotate your chin away from the stretch so you're going diagonally down, like so. Reminding that shoulder to stay behind and not go with you on the journey. Sometimes it can take a bit of practice to be able to release that muscle. You'll find your neck just doesn't want to let go. Hold with it gently, no more than 7 out of 10 on the intensity scale, and let it calm down. Again, another 20 to 30 seconds, maybe even do it a couple of times before moving on to chest stretching. You find a vertical surface with your elbow at approximately shoulder height and figuring out how to let your shoulder drop, okay? To let your shoulder drop, you actually have to use these muscles here to pull the shoulder down. With that done, the same side leg steps forward and you move your chest forward gently like so, lengthening across here. You might feel it more up where the insertion of the muscle is, but you move your weight forward and you can even turn your chest away from the stretch to increase it. Be mindful that your shoulder doesn't sneak up. There's an effort to hold it down, okay? That's one way to do that. Another way you can do that is literally in a corner, a 90-degree corner in a room or a doorway, and you lean into the doorway so that both arms move back. We cool? Let's move on to another more mobile version. This way. What we need is a wall. Now, the closer I stand to the wall, the more challenging this is going to be. I'm going to have my hips and my rib cage pointing forward. I'm going to take my palm out on the wall like this, and I'm just going to go around in a circle. As I get to the sticking point, wherever that is for you, you can let your shoulder rise up a little bit at that point if you need to. Go through the sticking point, let the shoulder fall down again. I'm circling behind, right round, right round, right round. Full circle if possible, maybe even going past that full circle. And back around the other way as well, making sure I don't turn my chest into the stretch, but my body stays stable, okay? This is actually a nice stretch for the biceps as well, which can also pull the shoulders around. When we do this, closer to the wall is a bit harder because it's a steeper angle. Make sure you're not leaning away or turning. Let's keep nice and stable. If it's a bit tricky to do, my personal trick is to imagine my fingers are a spider just crawling along the wall to get me there, through that sticking point. And then you can slide again. Okay? So a couple of nice shoulder loosening up things. Once you've got the space to hold your shoulder back, you've got a better shot of keeping everything else good.